Hello students. So today we are going to learn about projectile motion. Projectile motion is a type of two-dimensional motion. As we know, there are two types of motion, that is one-dimensional motion and plane motion, that is two-dimensional motion. So here the projectile motion is a type of two-dimensional motion. So it is a part of example of simple two-dimensional motion in which vertical acceleration is constant in terms of magnitude and direction both, and horizontal acceleration is assumed to be 0 as we neglect air resistance, force. So we have basic idea of projectile motion. If we picturize this, so we have one football on this plane. Let's have a look of a ground, and here a ball is being put on this ground. Now if a player kick this ball, so this ball goes like this and it lands somewhere on the field just like this. So basically this whole path, seems like semicircular path, but it is not a semicircular path. Later we will discuss about this. If we want to analyze the motion of this ball, or let's say how high it can go, that will give maximum height, or how long it can go, that is horizontal range, and how much time it will take to go from A point to B point. So we can analyze this whole situation by applying some formulas of motion. Okay, so as we know, if we provide some velocity u, it goes like this direction, and this whole motion is actually part of two motions. Okay, one in horizontal direction and one in vertical direction. As we see, in horizontal direction it goes like from A point to B point, so its net displacement is net horizontal displacement is AB, and it goes up just like this up to this height, let's say h max, and then it returns back to ground here. So net vertical displacement what will be? Net vertical displacement, yes, it will be 0. Okay, now if we want to analyze the time taken to reach from A to B, or the maximum height attained, that is h max, or the horizontal range, we can calculate by applying some formulas. So consider Here we have provided u velocity. If we take two components of this velocity, one will be u cos theta, that is theta is angle which is made by this u velocity with ground or with horizontal, and this will be u sin theta. Okay, as time passes, this ball goes up to this height h max, so here its vertical velocity will be 0. Okay, and there will be only present horizontal velocity ux. After this point, if vertical velocity becomes 0, then it drops downward, so it will further goes like this up to this B point. Now we know that there is an acceleration present in vertical direction. What will be the acceleration? So the acceleration will be equal to g, that is acceleration due to gravity. Due to gravity, which is pulling this ball toward the center of earth, and this acceleration is always present in negative direction. Okay, and the magnitude is constant. Magnitude is g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. It is constant value. Okay, and if we want to analyze the acceleration present in horizontal direction, so here there is no contact force, so no force is applying on the ball in horizontal direction, so there will be no acceleration in horizontal direction. So yeah, we can say that ax is equal to 0 and ay is equal to g, downward. Okay, now we want to analyze the situation. Here we have taken u cos theta velocity in horizontal direction, so we can write ux is equal to u cos theta, and in vertical direction uy is equal to u sin theta. Here theta is angle with vertical. Here theta is angle with horizontal, ground. Okay, so here we have taken two components of this whole situation, as we have divided it into horizontal and vertical. We are representing horizontal in red color and vertical in blue color, so it will be better to understand. Okay, there will be two velocities. Now there is no acceleration present in horizontal direction, so the final velocity, if we write here, will be v velocity, then vx will be same as ux, and it will be u cos theta at B point. Here it is at A, here it is at B. Now if we want to analyze vertical situations, then we know if at same height, if a ball goes up with u sin theta, then if we come downward with same velocity but in opposite direction, so at B the velocity will be, at B vy will be negative u sin theta. Okay, now if we want to analyze its velocity at any point in the middle, say here, it is v x1 vy1. So if we want to analyze this velocities, have a look at. Now acceleration is present in vertical direction, so vertical Vy1 will be u sin theta minus g into time taken t1. T1 is time to reach at C point, okay, and Vx1 will remain same, u cos theta. This remains constant throughout journey. Okay, so this will be the velocity at any point in vertical direction, and this will be the velocity at any point in horizontal directions. Velocities at any point. Okay, this path is called trajectory of projectile. We will later discuss about the equation of this path of trajectory. Okay, now we focus on velocities at D point. Here it is D point. At maximum height, V D Vy2, here we say Vy2, it is equal to 0, and here Vx2. So Vy2 is 0 and Vx2 is same, u cos theta. Okay, you should write this. Now we will talk about time taken to complete this path. For time taken to reach maximum height, so from this point ground to this point h max, it goes like this, from here to this T point, A to T point. Here vertical velocity is u sin theta, and here 0. So time taken is suppose t, then it will look like, if we apply equation of motion, simple, v is equal to u plus at, equation of motion, then initial velocity is u sin theta, so u will be u sin theta, v will be 0, and acceleration will be negative g, and t will be t. So from this we can say 0 is equal to u sin theta minus gt. So t will be u sin theta divided by g. Now it goes in time t to maximum height, and it have to come back to the ground, so another t time is taken. So we can write total time of flight will be 2t, and it will be equal to t time of flight is equal to 2u sin theta divided by g. Simple. It is most important equation to calculate sum. Now we have time t is equal to 2u sin theta divided by g. Let's say it equation 1. Now if we want to analyze total maximum range, or say horizontal range from A point to B point. So AB can be written as horizontal velocity is u cos theta and time taken is 2t is equal to capital T. So it can be written as u cos theta into capital T. So this will be u cos theta into the value of capital T 2u sin theta divided by g. So it is u square into 2 sin theta into cos theta divided by g. Now this equation seems like sin 2 theta, so we can write u square sin 2 theta divided by g. This will be range, horizontal range. It is denoted by r is equal to u square sin 2 theta divided by g. So it is another important equation. Let us say equation 2. For maximum value of range, for maximum value sin 2 theta must be equal to 1, hence theta equal to 45 degree or pi by 4. Okay. 2 theta, that means 90, so theta will be 45 degree, and the value of r max can be written as u square divided by g if theta is equal to 45 degree. So we have horizontal range. Now we want to talk about maximum height, h max, from here to here. Again we apply equation of motion, that is h is equal to ut plus 1/2 at square. Here h max, h is equal to h max, u is equal to u sin theta in vertical direction, acceleration is equal to negative g, time is equal to t. So from this we can write h max is equal to u sin theta into t minus half g t square. We have put a is equal to negative g, so minus. Now we have value of t, t will be u sin theta divided by g. You have to remember this by putting this. H max will be u sin theta into u sin theta divided by g minus half g u sin theta divided by g whole squared. So we can write h max is equal to, now if we divide by 2 and multiply by 2, so it will look like sin 2 theta. So we can write u square sin 2 theta divided by 2g minus half g into u square sin square theta divided by g. Sorry, here it is sin square theta. It is not 2 theta, it is sin square theta. So we do not have to multiply with 2. Just simply write u square sin square theta divided by g. Here g to g square cut करें, u square sin square theta divided by g minus half u square sin square theta by g. So it will become h max is equal to u square sin square theta divided by 2g. This is another important equation for maximum height. Okay, so we have basically 3 equation, important equation of projectile motion, that is one time of flight, it is equal to capital T is equal to 2u sine theta divided by g. Another horizontal range, that is r is equal to u square sine 2 theta divided by g. And third one is maximum height, it's equal to h max is equal to u square sine square theta divided by 2g. We can solve any problem related to projectile motion with these three simple equations. Okay, so let's recap of total. So first of all, we have divided this motion into two parts, one in horizontal and one in vertical. Then we analyze the velocities, acceleration and the distance traveled in horizontal direction and same in vertical direction. So we have two velocities, and then we discover the time of flight to half of its path, and then multiplying it with 2 we can get total time of flight. And by putting total time of flight into horizontal direction we can get range maximum, and for maximum height we can get also the solution of maximum height. So you have to remember all these steps. Okay, so this was an example of projectile motion and explanation of projectile motion. Later we can discuss the question related to this topic.